The shocking win. The big spaceship shook as it flew through space. Inside, Captain Sarah Jones held on tight to her seat. She looked at her team. They all looked scared, but ready to fight. "This is it, people," Sarah said. "The Zorg are coming. We're Earth's last hope." The Zorg were mean aliens. They had big, sharp teeth and wanted to eat all the humans. For months, they had been attacking Earth's ships and bases. Humans were losing badly. But today was different. Sarah and her crew had a secret plan. Suddenly, the ship's computer beeped. "Zorg ships coming," it said. Sarah took a deep breath. "Okay, let's do this," she said. The space outside filled with Zorg ships. They were big and looked like angry purple clouds. The human ship looked small next to them. The Zorg started to shoot. Big purple lasers flew at the human ship. But Sarah was ready. "Now," she yelled. Her pilot, Jack, pressed a button. The ship jumped to the side super fast. The Zorg lasers missed. "Ha," Jack said. "Bet they didn't expect that." The human ship had a new engine. It could move faster than any ship before. The Zorg didn't know about it. Sarah smiled. "Great job, Jack. Now it's our turn." She turned to her weapons officer, Maria. "Fire the new lasers." Maria nodded and pressed some buttons. The human ship shot out bright blue lasers. They hit the Zorg ships hard. The Zorg didn't know what hit them. Their ship started to blow up. "It's working," Maria shouted. "The new lasers are too strong for them." But the fight wasn't over. More Zorg ships came. They surrounded the human ship. "We're in trouble," Jack said, looking worried. Sarah didn't give up. "Remember the plan," she said. "Get ready for the big surprise." The Zorg got closer and closer. They thought they had won, but they were wrong. "Now," Sarah yelled. Jack pressed another button. Suddenly, the human ship split into 5 smaller ships. The Zorg were confused. They didn't know which ship to attack. Each small ship had one of the new lasers. They all started shooting at once. Boom, boom, boom. Zorg ships exploded everywhere. The space battle was crazy. Lasers flew back and forth. Ships zoomed around, trying not to get hit. After an hour of fighting, Sarah looked at her screen. She couldn't believe it. We did it," she said softly. Then she shouted, "We won." The last Zorg ship blew up. The battle was over. Humans had won for the first time ever. Sarah's team cheered. They hugged each other and cried happy tears. "Let's go home," Sarah said, smiling big. The 5 small ships came back together. Then they started the long trip back to Earth. As they flew, Sarah sent a message to Earth. "We beat the Zorg," she said. "The new plans worked. We're coming home." On Earth, people got the message. They were so happy. Everyone came out of their homes. They danced in the streets. The president of Earth made a big speech. "Today, we showed the galaxy that humans are strong," she said. "We will not let any alien bully us." People cheered and waved flags. It was the biggest party Earth had ever seen. But far away, on a planet called Zorg Prime, things were different. The Zorg leaders were very angry. "How did those weak humans beat us?" The Zorg king roared. "It's impossible." The Zorg were not used to losing. They had always been the strongest in the galaxy. Now, they felt shame. "We must destroy them all," the Zorg king yelled. "Prepare all our ships." Back on Earth, Sarah's ship finally landed. As she stepped out, thousands of people cheered for her and her team. "You're heroes," people shouted. Sarah felt proud, but also worried. She knew the Zorg would be back, and they would be angrier than ever. "We won today," she thought, "but the real war is just starting." As the sun set on Earth, people kept celebrating. They didn't know that far away. The Zorg were planning their revenge. The first battle was over. Humans had shocked everyone with their win. But the biggest fights were still to come. Mean alien leaders. Far away from Earth, on a planet called Xylox, stood a huge building. It looked like a giant crystal ball, shiny and smooth. This was where the Galactic Council met. Inside, aliens from all over the galaxy sat in a big round room. They looked weird and different. Some had tentacles, others had wings. Some were as big as houses, others as small as mice. Today, they were all angry and shouting. "Order! Order!" yelled Grakthor, the head of the council. He was tall and blue, with 4 arms and 3 eyes. "We must discuss the human problem." The room got quiet. Grakthor pressed a button. A big screen appeared, showing the human victory over the Zorg. "As you can see," Grakthor said, "the humans have beaten the Zorg." The aliens started shouting again. "Impossible. The Zorg are the strongest. Humans are just stupid monkeys." Grakthor raised all 4 of his hands. "Quiet," he shouted. "Let's hear from Zexnar, the Zorg leader." A hologram appeared. It showed an angry purple alien with sharp teeth. "This is outrageous," Zexnar roared. "The humans cheated. They must have had help." An alien with a long neck spoke up. "But Zexnar, our spies say the humans did it all by themselves." Zexnar's face turned even more purple. "Lies. Humans are too dumb to beat us." Another alien, who looked like a big jellyfish, floated up. "Maybe we should study the humans more. They might be smarter than we thought." The room got very quiet. Then everyone started laughing. "Good joke, blob blub," someone shouted. "Humans, smart." "Ha!" Grakthor chuckled. "Indeed. Let's not forget, just 100 years ago, humans thought the moon was made of cheese." More laughter filled the room. "I heard they still fight each other over which sky fairy to worship," said a rock-like alien. "And don't forget," added a small green alien, "they almost destroy their own planet. Twice." The laughter got even louder. Grakthor raised his hand again. Okay. Let's be serious. We need to decide what to do about the humans." Zexnar's hologram growled. "I say we crush them now, before they get lucky again." Many aliens nodded and shouted agreement. But Blob Blub the jellyfish alien wasn't sure. "Wait," he said. "Isn't that against the galactic law? We can't attack a species that's defending itself." Grakthor waved his hand. "Technically, yes, but who's going to stop us?" "The humans." He laughed, and others joined in. "I have an idea," said a skinny alien with a big brain. "Why don't we mock them? Make fun of them so much that they lose confidence." The room got quiet as aliens thought about this. Grakthor smiled. "Brilliant idea, Zinzon. We'll use our galactic media to make humans look stupid." Zexnar's hologram nodded. "Yes, and while they're feeling bad, we'll prepare our fleets for a big attack." The council members all agreed. They spent the next few hours planning how to make fun of humans. "We'll show clips of humans doing dumb things," said one. "And we'll have comedy shows about how primitive they are," said another. "Don't forget to mention their silly wars and useless religions," added a third. By the end of the meeting, they had a full plan. The Galactic Media Network would start broadcasting anti-human shows right away. As the aliens left, they were laughing and joking about humans. "Did you hear about the human who tried to breathe in space?" one said. "Oh, that's nothing," said another. "I heard a human once tried to eat a black hole." They all thought their plan was perfect. Humans would feel so bad, they'd probably give up space travel altogether. But in a dark corner of the room, Blob Blub the jellyfish alien floated quietly. He wasn't laughing. "I think we're making a big mistake," he thought. "What if the humans get angry instead of sad?" But nobody listened to Blob Blub. They were too busy making fun of humans. As the last alien left the council room, the big screen was still on. It showed the human ship that beat the Zorg. For a moment, it seemed to glow brighter, as if warning the aliens of what was to come. But the aliens didn't notice. They were too busy laughing at the dumb humans who had just done the impossible. Little did they know, their mockery would soon reach Earth, and the humans' reaction would shock the entire galaxy. Everyone makes fun of humans. The Galactic Media Network was the biggest TV channel in space. Aliens from millions of planets watched it every day. Usually, it showed boring stuff like trade agreements and weather reports for different planets. But today was different. The screen flashed with bright colors and fun music played. A green alien with 3 eyes appeared. "Welcome to Laugh at the Humans," he said, "the new show where we make fun of the silliest species in the galaxy." In homes across the galaxy, aliens sat down to watch. They were excited. Making fun of humans sounded like great fun. The show started with clips of humans doing dumb things. There was a human trying to eat soup with a fork. Another human was attempting to teach a rock how to swim. Aliens everywhere laughed so hard, some of them fell off their seats. "And now," said the host, "let's look at human technology." The screen showed old human inventions like steam engines and floppy disks. Aliens couldn't believe how backward humans were. "Can you imagine?" said one alien to another. They thought these things were advanced. The show went on, making fun of everything human. It joked about Earth foods. They eat dirt plants, human bodies, only 2 arms. How do they get anything done? And human languages. They have thousands. Why can't they just decide on one? Soon, other TV shows started making fun of humans too. There were cartoons about stupid human astronauts getting lost in space. Game shows asked questions like, "What's dumber, a human or a rock?" The answer was always human. Even alien children started playing human games. They would pretend to be humans, walking on 2 legs and saying silly things like, "Take me to your leader," and "We come in peace." In alien schools, teachers used humans as examples of what not to do. "Remember, kids," they'd say, "don't be like humans. Study hard or you'll end up believing in flat planets." Alien comedians loved it. Every night, they had new human jokes. Why did the human cross the galaxy? Because he thought the big bright dots were Christmas lights. How many humans does it take to fly a spaceship? All of them. And they'd still crash into their own moon. Aliens laughed and laughed. They thought humans were the funniest thing ever. But not everyone thought it was okay. Blob Blub, the jellyfish alien from the council, was worried. He floated into a TV studio one day. "Don't you think we're being a bit mean?" he asked the show's producer. The producer, a skinny alien with a big head, laughed. "Mean? To humans? Who cares? They're too stupid to understand anyway." Blob Blub waved his tentacles nervously. "But what if they find out? Won't they be angry?" The producer laughed even harder. "Angry? Ha! I bet they're too busy figuring out which end of a spaceship is the front." Blob Blub left, feeling sad. He knew this wasn't right, but nobody would listen. Meanwhile, on a small space station near Earth, something important was happening. A young human named Tim was working late. His job was to listen for alien radio signals. Usually, it was quiet. But tonight, his computer started beeping like crazy. "What's going on?" Tim wondered. He put on his headphones and listened. At first, he heard strange alien languages. He couldn't understand them. But then, the computer translated the words. Tim's eyes got bigger and bigger as he listened. "Oh no," he said. "Oh no, no, no." Tim heard all the jokes, all the insults, all the mean things aliens were saying about humans. He ran to his boss's office. "Sir," he shouted, "you need to hear this." For the next hour, they listened to the alien broadcasts. They couldn't believe how mean the aliens were being. "We need to tell the president," Tim's boss said. "This is serious." As they left to make the call, Tim looked out the window at Earth. It looked peaceful and blue. "They think we're stupid," he thought. They're laughing at us. But we beat the Zorg. We're not as dumb as they think. He clenched his fists. We'll show them, he said quietly. We'll show them all. In that moment, as the aliens across the galaxy were laughing, something changed. The humans were about to find out what the aliens really thought of them. And they weren't going to like it one bit. Humans get serious. The president of Earth sat in a big room with lots of screens. She looked worried. Around her were the smartest people on Earth, scientists, generals, and leaders from every country. So, she said, the aliens are making fun of us. Tim, the young man who found out about the alien jokes, nodded. Yes, Madam President. They think we're stupid. They're laughing at us all over the galaxy. The room was quiet. Then someone laughed. Let them laugh, said an old general. We beat the Zorg, didn't we? Who cares what they think? But the president shook her head. No, this is serious. If they think we're stupid, they might try to attack us. A scientist raised her hand. Madam President, I think we should show them how smart we really are. How? Asked the president. The scientist smiled. Remember how we beat the Zorg? With new ideas and technology no one expected. Let's do that again, but bigger. Everyone started talking at once. They had lots of ideas. Let's build a ship that can go faster than light. We should make robots that can think like humans. What about a weapon that can stop any alien attack? The president listened to all the ideas. Then she stood up. Okay, everyone, she said. Here's what we're going to do. She walked to a big map of Earth. First, we're going to work together. No more fighting between countries. We need everyone's best ideas. The leaders from different countries nodded. They knew this was important. Second, the president continued, we're going to build amazing things. Things the aliens can't even imagine. The scientists got excited. They loved making new things. And third, the president said, looking serious, we're going to do it all in secret. The aliens won't know what hit them. Everyone in the room stood up and clapped. They were ready to show the aliens what humans could really do. For the next few months, Earth was very busy. But from space, it looked quiet. Underground, though, huge factories were built. The smartest people worked day and night, making new inventions. They made spaceships that could fold space, jumping from one part of the galaxy to another in seconds. They created computers that could think almost like humans. They even found a way to talk to animals and plants. In a secret base under the ocean, scientists made a special metal. It was stronger than anything in the universe. They used it to build amazing machines. All over the world, kids in schools learned new things. They studied alien languages and advanced math. Even little kids learned how to program computers and fly spaceships in simulators. Everyone worked hard. They knew they had to prove the aliens wrong. One day, the president visited a big underground factory. She watched as workers built a huge spaceship. How's it going? She asked the head scientist. The scientist grinned. Better than we ever imagined, Madam President. Wait till you see what this ship can do. The president nodded, looking proud. And the aliens? Do they suspect anything? Not a thing, said a general who was with them. Our spies say they're still laughing at their silly human jokes. The president smiled. Good. Let them laugh. They won't be laughing much longer. Months passed. Humans kept working and inventing. They didn't celebrate or boast. They just worked harder and harder. In space, aliens kept making fun of humans. They had no idea what was happening on Earth. One day, Tim, who had first heard the alien jokes, was watching a new alien TV show. It was called Humans, Galaxy's Biggest Joke. But Tim didn't get angry. He just smiled. Laugh while you can, he said to the TV. You have no idea what's coming. Just then, his phone beeped. It was a message from the president to everyone on Earth. Tim read it, and his eyes got wide. It's time, the message said. Operation Surprise the Galaxy starts now. Let's show them what humans can really do. Tim looked out his window. In the sky, he saw a bright light. It was getting bigger and bigger. Earth's secret fleet was launching. Thousands of advanced ships, built in secret, were heading to space. The humans were ready. They were going to shock the galaxy. And the aliens? They were about to learn a big lesson. Never underestimate humans. Humans go all out. The stars twinkled peacefully in the night sky. Suddenly, thousands of bright lights appeared. It was Earth's secret fleet, finally revealing itself to the galaxy. Leading the fleet was the biggest ship ever built by humans. It was called the Hope. Captain Sarah Jones, the hero who beat the Zorg, was in charge. All ships report in, Sarah said into her radio. One by one, the other ships answered. There were so many, big ships, small ships, and everything in between. Each one had special powers the aliens had never seen before. Okay, team, Sarah said. Let's show the galaxy what humans can do. The fleet split up. Some ships zoomed off to explore new parts of space. Others went to meet alien races and make friends. Sarah's ship, the Hope, headed straight for the Galactic Council. It was time to introduce humans properly. As the human ships spread across space, aliens everywhere were shocked. On a planet called Zork, a family of green aliens was watching TV. Suddenly, the show stopped. A special news report came on. Breaking news. The alien reporter said, humans have appeared all over the galaxy in amazing ships. How did this happen? The green aliens looked at each other in surprise. I thought humans were stupid, one said. How did they build those ships? Meanwhile, human explorers were making amazing discoveries. One team found a planet made entirely of diamonds. Another group learned how to talk to stars and heard amazing stories about the beginning of the universe. A young human scientist named Maya was the first to step on a planet outside our solar system. As she put her foot down, she said, "That's one small step for a human, one giant leap for Earth." Millions of aliens watched this on their TVs. They couldn't believe what they were seeing. In deep space, a human ship met a race of aliens no one had ever seen before. These aliens were shy and had been hiding from the galaxy. The human captain smiled and said, "Hi, we're from Earth. Want to be friends?" The shy aliens were surprised by how nice the humans were. They decided to come out of hiding and join the galactic community. Back on the Hope, Captain Sarah and her crew were nearing the Galactic Council's planet. "Look at that," said Sarah's friend Jack, pointing at the screen. Hundreds of alien ships were flying around in a panic. Sarah smiled. "I guess they didn't expect us to show up like this." As the Hope got closer to the council building, Sarah turned to her crew. "Remember," she said, "we're not here for revenge. We're here to show them who we really are." The Hope landed smoothly in front of the council building. It was so big, it made the building look small. Inside the council room, alien leaders were arguing loudly. "How did the humans do this?" one shouted. "We thought they were primitive," yelled another. "What do they want?" a third asked nervously. Suddenly, the doors opened. Captain Sarah walked in with her team. The room went very quiet. Sarah looked around at all the aliens. Some looked scared, others angry. She took a deep breath and started to speak. "Greetings, Galactic Council," she said. "We are humans from Earth. We come in peace and with a message." The aliens listened closely. "We heard your jokes," Sarah continued. "We know you think we're stupid. But look around the galaxy. See what humans can do when we work together." She pressed a button, and a big screen appeared. It showed human ships helping aliens in trouble, making amazing discoveries, and doing things the aliens thought were impossible. "We're not here to fight," Sarah said. "We're here to join you, to be part of this galaxy, but as equals, not as jokes." The council room was silent. Then, slowly, one alien stood up. It was Blob Blub, the jellyfish alien who had warned the others about mocking humans. "I think," Blob Blub said, "that we owe the humans an apology, and perhaps we could learn a thing or two from them." One by one, other aliens stood up. They realized that humans weren't what they thought. These creatures from Earth were clever, brave, and full of surprises. As Sarah left the council room, she smiled to herself. The humans had done it. They had gone all out, and it had worked. From that day on, things in the galaxy would never be the same. The time of laughing at humans was over. Now, it was time for humans and aliens to work together, exploring the wonders of space side by side. Aliens start to worry. On the planet Xylox, home of the Galactic Council, things were very different now. The big crystal building where the council met wasn't filled with laughter anymore. Instead, aliens from all over the galaxy were arguing and looking scared. Grakthor, the blue alien with 4 arms who led the council, banged his fist on the table. "Order. We must have order." Slowly, the room got quiet. All eyes turned to Grakthor. "We need to talk about the humans," he said. His voice shook a little. Zexnar, the leader of the Zorg, growled, "Talk. We should attack them now, before they get stronger." But Blob Blub, the jellyfish alien, floated up. "No, that's what got us into trouble in the first place. We need to understand the humans better." The room erupted in shouts again. Some aliens agreed with Zexnar, others with Blob Blub. It was chaos. Meanwhile, on planets across the galaxy, aliens were starting to worry too. On a small rocky planet, a family of stone aliens watched the news. The mother stone alien turned to her husband. "Dear, do you think the humans will come here? What if they don't like rocks?" The father stone alien tried to smile, but he looked worried too. "Don't worry," he said. "I'm sure the humans are friendly. Remember how they helped the shy aliens." But deep down, he was scared. What if the humans weren't as nice as they seemed? In a far corner of the galaxy, on a planet made of gas, floating aliens were having a meeting. "The humans are changing everything." One floated angrily. "They're exploring places we never dared to go." Another alien bobbed up and down nervously. "I heard they can now breathe in any atmosphere. What if they come here and take our gas?" The aliens got more and more worried as they talked. Back on Xylox, the council was still arguing. Suddenly, the doors burst open. A small green alien ran in, looking very excited. "News from the edge of the galaxy," he shouted. Everyone got quiet to listen. "The humans," the green alien said, catching his breath. "They've made friends with the Void Dwellers." Gasps filled the room. The Void Dwellers were mysterious beings that lived in the darkness between galaxies. No one had ever been able to talk to them before. Grakthor's 3 eyes blinked rapidly. How? How did they do that?" The green alien shrugged. "No one knows. But now the Void Dwellers are sharing secrets about dark energy with the humans." This news made the aliens even more worried. If humans could make friends with the Void Dwellers, what else could they do? In another part of the galaxy, on a beautiful water planet, a school of fish-like aliens was having a class. The teacher alien swam back and forth, looking nervous. "Today," she said, "we're going to learn about humans." One little fish alien raised a fin. "Teacher, I heard humans can breathe underwater now. Is that true?" The teacher nodded. "Yes, it seems they can adapt to any environment now." Another little alien spoke up. "My dad says humans are going to take over the galaxy. Is that true?" The teacher didn't know what to say. She was worried about that too. As days passed, more and more aliens started to panic. Some began to build big walls around their planets. Others tried to hide, hoping the humans wouldn't find them. But not all aliens were scared. Some were excited about the humans. On a planet of super-smart aliens, scientists were eager to work with humans. "Think of what we could discover together," they said. And on planets where life was hard, many aliens hoped the humans would come help them, like they had helped others. Back in the council room on Xylox, the arguments were still going on. But now, more aliens were starting to agree with Blob Blub. "Maybe," said one alien with 7 eyes, "we should try to be friends with the humans. They seem to be good at making friends." Grakthor nodded slowly. "Perhaps you're right. But how can we trust them after we made fun of them?" Just then, there was a knock at the door. A human walked in. It was Captain Sarah Jones. The room went very quiet. All the aliens held their breath, waiting to see what would happen. Sarah looked around the room and smiled. "Hi, everyone," she said. "We heard you were worried about us. We thought maybe we should talk." For a moment, no one moved. Then Blob Blub floated forward. "Yes," he said. "I think that's a very good idea." As Sarah started to speak, the aliens listened closely. Maybe, they thought, humans weren't so scary after all. Maybe this was the start of something new and wonderful for the whole galaxy. But deep in space, watching from the shadows, someone wasn't happy at all. The Zorg were planning something. And they weren't going to let humans and aliens become friends so easily. Who's laughing now? The big meeting room on the space station, Unity, was full. Humans and aliens from all over the galaxy sat together. It was 5 years since humans had surprised everyone with their big space fleet. Captain Sarah Jones stood up to speak. She looked older now, but her eyes still sparkled with excitement. "Friends," she said, smiling at the mixed crowd, "look how far we've come." Everyone cheered. It was true. So much had changed in just 5 years. On the big screen behind Sarah, pictures started to show. They told the story of what had happened. First, there was a photo of humans and aliens working together to stop a giant space storm. The humans' clever ideas and the aliens' special powers had saved millions of lives. Next, there was a video of a human scientist and a rock alien dancing happily. They had just found a way to turn asteroids into spaceships. Then, a picture of Earth appeared, but it looked different now. Alien plants with rainbow leaves grew next to Earth trees. In the sky, flying aliens zoomed past human airplanes. "We've shared our homes," Sarah said, "and our knowledge." The screen changed again. Now it showed a classroom where little humans and aliens sat together, learning about the universe. But it hadn't all been easy. The next picture showed a big space battle. The Zorg, still angry, had tried to attack Earth. But humans and their new alien friends had worked together to stop them. "We've faced challenges," Sarah said. Her voice got serious. "But we've faced them together." In the crowd, Grakthor, the blue alien who used to lead the Galactic Council, nodded. He remembered how scared he'd been of humans at first. Now his best friend was a human gardener who was teaching him to grow earth flowers. Next to Grakthor sat Blob Blub, the jellyfish alien. He was wearing a special hat that humans had made so he could float on land. Blob Blub was so happy he had stood up for humans from the beginning. Even Zexnar, the old Zorg leader, was there. After the Zorg were defeated, he had learned that fighting wasn't the answer. Now he worked with humans to turn old weapons into tools for building new worlds. As the pictures kept changing, everyone in the room remembered how things used to be. They thought about the silly jokes aliens used to tell about humans. But nobody was laughing at those jokes now. The screen showed more amazing things that humans and aliens had done together. They had built a bridge between galaxies. They had taught stars how to sing. They had even found a way to talk to creatures from other universes. "And we're just getting started," Sarah said, her eyes shining. The last picture appeared on the screen. It showed the first group of humans and aliens who were going to explore beyond the edge of the universe. Everyone in the room stood up and cheered. Humans hugged aliens. Aliens high-fived humans. Even the ones with tentacles managed somehow. As the cheering died down, an old alien at the back of the room spoke up. "I have a question," he said in a shaky voice. The room went quiet. Sarah nodded for him to continue. Humans, the old alien said, why didn't you get angry when we laughed at you? Why did you decide to help us instead of fight us? Sarah smiled. She walked over to the old alien and gently took his hand. Well, it was more like a claw, but she held it gently anyway. Because, she said, that's what humans do. When someone thinks we can't do something, we don't get mad. We get busy. We work harder. We prove them wrong. And then we invite them to join us. The old alien's eyes filled with tears. Thank you, he whispered. Sarah looked around the room. So, who's laughing now? She asked. For a moment, it was quiet. Then someone in the back giggled. Another alien snorted. A human started to chuckle. Soon, the whole room was laughing. But this time, humans and aliens were laughing together, laughing with joy at how far they'd come, laughing with excitement about what they'd do next. As the laughter filled the room, out in space, the stars seemed to twinkle a little brighter. The galaxy was a better place now, and it was all because humans had shown everyone the power of working together. Who's laughing now? Everyone was, and that was the best ending anyone could have hoped for.